Hey, welcome to another episode of Beers, Jack, and Barbecue. So today we're going to do a little something different. First time trying it. We're going to make some bacon. So last weekend, got an entire pork belly. I cut it in half. The thing weighed close to 10 pounds. I made up a brine or a rub for it, which was for 10 pounds was 2 cups of brown sugar, 1 cup kosher salt, 3 teaspoons of the #1 pink salt. Read a lot of different places between 2, 1.5 to 1 for 5 pounds. So I went with 3 because of one recipe I did see they used a teaspoon and a half. And then I added some 1 tablespoon of black pepper and 1 tablespoon of garlic, granulated garlic. So I did record that, which will probably be thrown in here to see some of the steps that we did. Put that, covered everything, put it in on both sides, put it in a large 2-gallon Ziploc bag, put it in the fridge. Every day turned it over to the other side to keep everything kind of being brined the same way on both sides. And 7 days later, and actually mine was like 6 3/4 days because I got it out, rinsed everything off to get the excess brine off it, get some of the salt off of it. Put it in the fridge. I did put it back in the aluminum rack or in another aluminum rack. And I have a cooling rack underneath, so give it some space to get air through here to let it dry out in the fridge overnight. And now we're going to smoke it. So I have the grill set up to run around 225 degrees. I'm going to probe it the whole time because I'm going to put this on when that's at, well, it's almost at 225, so I'm going to put it on shortly. I'm going to, like I said, probe for the temperature of the grill, probe for the meat, and we're going to bring this up to about 150 degrees. So I'm expecting about 2 hours, 2.5 hours till it gets to that temperature. From that point on, I'm going to pull it off, going to let it cool, put it in the fridge overnight after we wrap it, and then tomorrow we'll actually slice it and fry up some bacon, hopefully. I'm assuming, because so far everything's looking really good. So like I said, I'll put a reference in the notes about who I did, but it was Larry from Beer and Barbecue. I want to say, I think I have that right. If not, like I said, I'll make sure I have the right connection. He did a nice one. I kind of questioned him on the pink salt a little bit before I prepped mine, so he was helpful to me to do this. So, like I said, gonna do bacon. This thing's looking good right now, so hopefully when it's all done, it's gonna look even better. So we'll see you on the grill. All right, first look at this, and we're going to pull it off because we hit 150 degrees, and that's what we were shooting for. Hoping it looks good. Looks good. I was hoping for a little bit more smoke color, but I'm getting temperature readings of 150. Let me grab a glove and I'll hit another spot. Yep, that one's a little higher than 150, so I'm going to pull them off. Got a little bug there. Show you the other side real quick. So that looks good. All right, we're going to leave these rest, cool down. I'm going to wrap them up, put them in the fridge overnight, and then we'll bring it back when we start slicing them and make some bacon out of them. All right, so here we are now in the kitchen. Kind of showed you a little bit of how we prepared it. We rinsed it. Last night we smoked it. I was thinking I'd be a little bit more color, but I watched a few other videos this morning, and a lot of the other color, the bacon looks just like this. So overall, I was pleased with the way it smelled and the way it looked. But like I said, wasn't sure. First time making it. Pretty sure I missed the recipe, but it was pretty simple. It was 2 cups brown sugar, 1 cup kosher salt, a tablespoon of black pepper, and a tablespoon of granulated garlic, and then 3 teaspoons of the pink #1 curing salt. So, like I said, prepped it, rinsed it, smoked it last night, and now here we are ready to slice it. So I already sliced a few slices here, and I'm sure we'll probably show you a little nice close-up of that, but whoo, does that look good. So I'll do a few slices, and then we're going to make some in the pan, and we'll show you how everything goes and tell you how it tastes. All right, so almost done slicing here. This was the second piece. We're kind of almost limited in size for what the slicer would do. Probably next time maybe I would trim it up just a hair, because I took the pork belly just as it was, cured it completely, and I could use maybe just a ½ inch off of this edge to get the slicer working better. So just gonna finish up. All right, just got some little ends here to kind of clean up, maybe try to get a slice out of. But other than that, we're gonna fry some up. All right, let's fry some of this up. We'll just go with 4 pieces for now. I wanted to use my old cast iron, but I think it needs a little work, so you'll see that in future episodes. All right, gonna give these a flip. Looking good. I do like my bacon a little bit on the crispy side, so we'll get it crisp. All right, gonna pull them off. All right, we'll show you a little taste test once these cool down. As always, cheers. All right, so here we are, finally at the end of the bacon. So it's been about 9 days later, or 8 days later. So I went through the whole process. So, you know, put the rub on it, cured it, turned it every day for 7 days, rinsed it off, smoked it, and I finally sliced it and made some up. If you hear any sizzling behind me, it's because I threw some of the ends on there for a little treat for after we're done here. But I think it worked out well. The edges are a little bit darker, which that doesn't bother me at all. But I did do some reading and seeing some episodes where maybe that could be the brown sugar that was still hanging on to the bacon. But not a big deal. One way to get around that from what I've been seeing is let it soak maybe for an hour to 2 hours to bring some of the salt and possibly some of the sugar out of some of the areas. But like I said, won't bother me at all. So I should have actually tasted one off camera first, but first try. Very pleased. Tastes like bacon, but tastes, I think, better than kind of the store-bought bacon. So I'll be playing around with it, gonna be doing some different things with it at home here, gonna vacuum seal a bunch of packs, share it with some friends, might even give the cameraman a few pounds of this for when we're done. But you like what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel, click the little bell, you get updates when we put a video out. And hopefully you like what you're seeing. And leave us comments, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time.